What if I told you that this stack of boxes hides the secret to a floating paradise in Mauritius, where crystal clear waters and non-stop adventure collide? Welcome to the GK Cat Project, my home, my workshop, and soon your gateway to the ultimate water sports experience. But before we can chase that dream, I had to dodge a cyclone, unbox every piece of gear, and nurse the GK Cat back to life step by step. Hi, I'm Matt, and for over 25 years, I've been designing board sports gear that pushes limits. Now, I'm on a new mission, turning a cat into a floating R&D lab, a community hub, and a business all-in-one, right here in Mauritius. But every grand dream starts on dry land, with logistics, paperwork, and a cyclone that almost ruined everything. The day before I collected the gear, a cyclone warning flashed across my phone. I had to take down all the Catamaran sails and secure GK on her cyclone mooring.
Voilà, ça c'est fait. Bon, génois descendu, c'était ok, facile. Allô?
Oui, oui.
Tu m'entends?
Ouais, je t'entends là.
Le matériel là, tu sais que le matériel il était toujours à Port-Louis là, mais je veux le récupérer jeudi ou vendredi. Il y avait un problème avec la douane. Ben c'est ça risque de retarder encore.
Ouais.
I checked out with my friend Christopher. He has a small sailing school, sea regatta with optimist boats for children, and keeps the traditional wooden sailing pirogues alive by sharing his passion. You will see him with me in the next videos as we will work together on getting young guys and girls on the water for sailing, kiteboarding and wing foiling. As I was securing my catamaran, he was securing his boats. We were all worried about this cyclone because winds were super strong.
Ça peut venir chez nous aussi. Hein.
C'est ça, c'est pour ça que si ça dévie un peu, on est mort. Mais la Réunion va subir. Hein.
Ouais.
We were very lucky that the cyclone Garance didn't make a direct hit to Mauritius, but unfortunately it did to Reunion Island just next to us. Safe from the storm, we unloaded boards, wings, inflatable tender and platform, and stacked them in my driveway. Every board and wing would soon become part of an alternative experience, afternoon clinics, sunset gatherings, gear testing sessions, all aboard the GK Cat.
Très bonne qualité. Bien solide pour mettre le moteur.
Most of the products I received are products I designed myself. Others were products I sourced in China. But to make sure the quality was good, I got help from my friends Aya and Akin, who both have board sport factories for kites, wing and boards. And they have been producing my designs for decades and helped me on this shipment to bring all the goods in one place for the shipment out of China. I also added to this shipment foil boards, wings for friends and schools here in Mauritius. I was very happy with my new tender. I added some wheels that I also got in my shipment. This is very useful. So I made the walk from where I live to the beach, where I have the GK Cat mooring. The inflatable strange shaped board you see is one of my wing foil plateboard designs, and I just got granted a patent for it. I will show you more about this board in future videos. Now, the other things I needed to do for the tender was to clean up my anchor and try to treat the rust. Also, I had to figure out a way to store the SUP boards on the Cat, so I figured out a way to build some wooden external racks from plywood. Now the racks seem to work even if they are not perfect. I will need to take them apart and cover them with a few layers of varnish and also add some protective foam so I don't damage my boards. I modified the 4 SUP boards I have with additional fins so I can go upwind using a wing, and a perfect first step to start learning how to win for guests on board. I also had to see how I can lift the tender on the back of GK. It looks okay, but I need to get a set of pulleys to help lift it. As you can see, I have a lot to do. I have another crucial problem to fix with my front plexiglass windows. One leaks a lot, and I have to take out all the nuts and bolts. And that is not easy alone. I figured a way with my GoPro suction mount. I then need to unglue the window, clean everything up and apply some 11FC Sika and bolt everything together. This is a job I have been telling myself to do for years. Finally, I'm on it. No wonder it was leaking. A real mess. One day I will need to change the plexiglass or make a system where I can open the windows and get air inside the boat for the summer. This 11FC Sika is great stuff. What is good is that I can sand it down and paint it. The next morning it was dry, not perfect, but watertight. The same day, I waited for high tide around 2 p.m. and I beached the Cat on the beach just in front of my mooring. Then, when the tide dropped, I scraped off all the seaweeds and shells and put a coat of antifouling. This took me 24 hours. First, I wanted to see if I can fix the rust problems I have on my anchor chains. For sure, I will need to get some new chains at one point. But for now, I am trying to get the rust off. I could bring the chains to the galvanizing company, but they told me it would take 2 weeks of soaking in acid to get all the rust off before galvanizing. I got welded together a metal scraper with a long handle, making it much easier to scrape everything. Then I applied the anti-fouling with a roller. This is much better than when I was using a brush. I loaded up the dinghy using my new engine with my foil gearboards and new wings. I want to go out to the lagoon to test the spot for a day or two. Next morning I am ready to leave for the lagoon. I have around 4.5 nautical miles, almost 9 kilometers to my destination. I will be opposite the south point of Benisher Island, 3 kilometers from the shore in the middle of the lagoon. It takes me just over an hour to get there, depending on the wind direction. I want to get some gear ready so when the wind picks up, I just need to jump in the water. At sunset, the wind was very light. This was the opportunity to try my new inflatable SUP boards, on which I added some fins to work as dagger boards, and I managed to go upwind nicely. This is perfect to learn how to use the wing. The location I'm in now is magic. The water is crystal clear, the bottom is white sand, and shallow enough to stand. The next morning I got up before sunrise and the wind was blowing. I was very excited to get on the water as fast as possible. I just needed to grab something to eat.
Il est 6h30 du matin. It's 6:30. Yeah, I'm gonna go the water. Maybe 30 knots, 25 knots.
This is where I am going to install my inflatable platform, so putting all the gear in the water will be much easier. I am looking forward to having other riders on board. The problem is that I am far from land. I have to figure out how to get people over. I have an option with a friend who has a speedboat. In the morning he does whale watching and he is available in the afternoon.
I can stand up.
I think it would be great to come on board around 4 p.m. The wind is good. Riding and relaxing on board up to the sunset. We will make more videos to show how everyone experiences the experience. Also Christopher and Fredo with their sailing boats, kites and windsurf boards will join the party.
Don't hesitate joining us on board. Tell us what you think about the GK-Cat project. You can see all details on globekites.com, link in description. Support us by subscribing to the channel and give us a like. See you in the next episode. Thanks for watching. If you want to join Matt on board, don't hesitate sending him a message. Contact info in the description.